So good. Alright, welcome back, guys. Okay, guys, so we're going to be watching The Dark Truth Behind Roblox Dandy Worlds Exposed. Now, I did watch this before. I watched a little bit of this, but I wanted to have a reaction to give you guys my thoughts, so let's get into it. Now, some sus things going on in this video, so let's just get right into it. Play.
World is an extremely popular Roblox horror game in which has exploded in popularity recently, garnering over 300 million plays and averaging tens of thousands of people playing it at any given time. However, there is a hidden dark side to this game in which needs to be addressed, and that is regarding one of the developers of this game being Rox, aka Jakers or Rock Serpent, with their ex-friend Quell being the owner of the game, facing Backlash 2, in which we will cover.
You know, a story's not going to be good when they start with an ex-friend.
Later. And because of how bad Rox's actions were, they've been immediately fired as of recently from the Dandy's World development team.
Dude, I would have done more than firing this man for what he did.
Now, there is a massive document in which has been released.
Look at this. Chapter 1, Lies. A whole full document being released. God's work actually in plan.
And it covers how Rox, who is also the co-creator of Flavor Frenzy 2, has inappropriately messaged a 13-year-old when he was 17, as well as him having a long and disgusting history of drawing sticky art inspired and based off of
the fact you do this type of things, you gotta be deleted from the internet. You actually got to spend some time somewhere.
actual characters. Now, this document was made to mainly counter Rox's now deleted response video to the allegations, where they were basically trying to get ahead of this overall messy situation. Rox basically obfuscated a lot of extremely controversial actions they did, and overall was being extremely disingenuous, and was proven to have lied on numerous occasions. So with the help of the proof provided in this document, and having contacted victims and people with a lot of knowledge regarding this situation, along with Quell herself, I will now sufficiently cover the allegations levied against Rox. In May of 2020, Rox was 17 years of age, because keep
17, bro.
in mind, Rox was born on April the 14th, 2003, and they were involved in the Data Brawl community at the time, first being a contributor and then a moderator. This was when Rox started to develop feelings for a user who is referred to as Paige in this video, to basically respect their anonymity, and keep in mind, Paige was a 15-year-old girl. Now, Rox would speak to a mutual friend of Paige called Buddy, and Buddy was a 13-year-old boy who was about 3 years and a couple months younger than Rox. Now, Rox would speak extremely inappropriately to Buddy. Such conversations include Rox talking about how much she wants to have sex with someone in life, and how he's had phone sex before. Other such conversations involve Rox asking the 13-year-old how many times he's jerked off in that specific—
Nah, dude, no. Oh, I don't even message this stuff. I don't even message this type of stuff to my friends, bro, as a joke. I don't even joke about these things. That's just a bit on, man. Like, I don't know how you get the actual bravery and balls to message someone that.
day, or talking about him going to the shower himself to cough.
The one thing that got me about this, so I'm gonna go to the shower, and for starters, he used the word meaty, and he used justifica to play it off cool.
Or talking about what makes him want to jerk off.
I think we all know what makes him want to. It's furries.
As well as making sexual comments about Paige to this 13-year-old, involving the topic of quote-unquote pussy juice, and Paige giving him the under-the-desk treatment, performing certain acts on him. Keep in mind, Rox doesn't deny the fact that he knew that Buddy was 13 years of age.
Okay, send him away. Send him away, bye-bye.
Because it's been proven that he knew via this Discord screenshot. Rox states that what he did was absolutely not okay, but then attempts to belittle the situation by stating that he never forced Buddy to do anything he was uncomfortable with, when Buddy is on record in private venting about how disgusting the situation.
Bro, you can't blame a kid for this type of behavior. You can't, they don't know any better. And it's just an easy cop-out to get out of the situation. Like, come on.
Situation was, and Rox states that the 13-year-old was also complicit in this conversation, while the 13-year-old is seen admitting in private that he was merely playing along with this all. Also, 13-year-olds are typically immature. Why are you going to blame him for their own actions when it's your responsibility being the older one in this conversation? And this all once again just proves how Rox will say almost anything to basically play down his own actions. Buddy is literally on record stating how disgusting the situation made him feel, and it's vile that Rox is trying to belittle this all. Now fast forward a couple months to August, and Rox gets in a relationship with a 16-year-old trans girl named Tom, when Rox themselves was 17 years of age. In the following month in September, Rox and Tom performed inappropriate actions with each other in a Discord voice call, and allegedly Rox solicits nudes from Tom. Rox admits in his deleted response video that he performed inappropriate actions with Tom.
Well, why below the our response video? You're done. No one's gonna say come back. We love you again. Oh my god, he did a response video. We love you.
In a Discord voice call, but strays away from ever admitting to soliciting cheese pizza, despite Tom admitting to the situation and showing proof of it. Once again proving how Rox is willing to obfuscate crucial information and also hide his crimes from public knowledge.
Being fueled by both sides, the conversations got extremely
Whoa, dude, suddenly he's a lawyer now.
personal and deep, to the point where we both agreed to perform NSW acts on a Discord call. Let it be known that this was completely consensual by both of us.
Fast forward 2 weeks to the end.
I don't get it, man. I just think these guys, Rox or whatever, in real life, they've never talked to a single girl. Barely even guys in general, to be honest. And the second a split of a female attention online, they go berserk, they go bananas, they don't know what to do. They start sending messages saying, I'm going to the shower to touch the meaty.
End of September 2020, and Rox cheats on Tom with Paige, the 15-year-old girl that we mentioned earlier, which Rox was more interested in dating, showing how disgusting and callous his behavior was at the time. Now, due to the amounting controversy that he was finding himself in, Rox decides to leave the Data Brawl community and move to the Tower Heroes community in 2021. Now, he makes friends with a
Bro, man just got signed to another club.
And user from this community called Emma, also known as Pink throughout this video, who is about 16 years of age. This user named Emma introduced Rox to a new friend circle in which they would...
Do you reckon it'll get to a point when he actually talks to a girl over the age of 18? Like, these type of people, when they're 30 or 40, will they ever talk to a 30 or 40-year-old their own age? Or will it always be a 16-year-old? Because I don't think they change.
Graphic and degenerative images based from characters from the Tower Heroes game. One of these users in his friend circle also being the twin sister of Emma, being called Blue, who was 16 years of age as well, as Emma and Blue were both born on the exact same day. Now, 4 days before Rox turned 18, being almost a legal adult culpable of their own actions, he is seen having drawn an image of 2 Tower Heroes characters, which appear as humans. The problem with this image being that the guy on the left was a adult, and the person on the right was a minor, appearing to engage in a disgusting act with said adult. Rox even stated that the kid drawn in the image on the right was inspired by Emma herself, who was a 16-year-old minor at the time, meaning Rox made show-to cheese pizza art of a minor and an adult engaging in a disgusting degenerative act, while also having said this image was based off the minor girl, and having sent said NSFW artwork to this minor as well, therefore committing numerous crimes while he was only 14.
Considering adults can generally exchange specific images and messages without hurting us. That might... Dude, like, you can go to jail for this type of crap, man. It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Days away from being a legal adult, which is insane. Rox's friend circle also typically made the art depicting Tower Hero characters as well.
How do you make naughty images from those type of characters, bro? Like, and then you put your 16-year-old friend, dude.
which Rox made their own art based off of it. This resulted in Rox being now 18 years of age, a legal adult, creating aged down art of many Tower Heroes characters, which appear to be children.
How long do you reckon he spends designing this? Because when you design something, when you draw anything, you have drafts, you have iterations to a final product. And then when he did send his final product or whatever, just imagine the amount of drafts he had and the time it actually takes from ideation to finished creation. In that time, he didn't even think it was wrong. That whole entire time, he didn't think it was wrong. And he still sent it out.
Children, with them even creating art of my take, which is said to be a kid or teenager too on the
Whoa. Now this is a double down. Not only did he make a character that is already a kid and a teen, he turned that kid of a teen character into a image to the right.
Power Heroes wiki.
Hey, bro.
It's like absolutely disgusting behavior. And then as well, Rox would then share said degenerative artwork to their friend circle, in which
Oh, dude, imagine making that and sending it to the group chat. Guys, check out the new creation I've got. Let me know what you think of my take. Let me know. That's so good, man. You should send it to Paige, bro.
was comprised of mainly minors, being 15 to 16 years of age when he himself was 18. Rox also made NSFW artwork based off of Emma's twin sister called Blue, who was
What?
16 years.
Here's a drawing of me, which oh yeah, I was 15, 16, also just like Gary, take history, Gary, and whoa.
Of age. Rox even allegedly, according to two sources which I'm presenting on screen, streamed Gabe to Blue and Emma, aka Pink, who were both 16 years of age, while Rox themselves were 18. What's even more disgusting was because Emma, aka Pink, was outcasted from the Tower Heroes community and was mocked by users such as Gary, who was a 15-year-old member in this said server. Emma basically grew to hate Gary a lot because of this, and so Rox decided, as if it was the perfect idea, to create NSFW artwork of Gary's Sona and a 14-year-old who will be kept anonymous for privacy reasons, to basically screw with them and get revenge against them for what they did against Emma, and his 14-year-old will be referred to in red from now on. So anyway, Rox would draw disgusting, extremely gross images of this said 15-year-old Gary and the 14-year-old Red kissing, while also drawing them engaging in sexual acts.
How many images does this man have on his computer? Like, what?
While he himself was 18 while drawing these images at the time. He even dragged Hilo into these degenerative art pieces as well, who wasn't even involved in this situation, and also made disgusting comments as well. In response, he vehemently claims that all of this artwork wasn't considered as P, when nevertheless, it's sexual artwork he drew of two minors considerably younger than him, while he was a legal adult. It's disgusting and it's vile. This is also while considering the fact that he drew actual art for his own sexual satisfaction too. But don't worry guys, he stated that he would never support P, so he must be telling the truth.
And I want to completely say that I do not support pedophilia and
Oh, thank God.
never have supported it, and I never will. The reason the art was created was once again made to fit in with the friend group that also drew it.
That's just something to leave the friend group.
Now, if Rox had actually showed change in his character, or was at the very least transparent to everyone about his own actions, then maybe the trajectory of the situation would have taken a different direction.
I don't think it mattered. I generally don't think it matters if he showed a different light. He still did wrong stuff and needs to be taken accounted for it.
But it seems as if Rox has only continued to be weird and inappropriate with minors considerably younger than them. For example, they had befriended a user named when they were first 15. I was born in June 6th, 2007.
Whoa, 2007, man. 2007. Far out, bro.
Meaning that they were 4 years, 1 month younger than Rox themselves. And Rox is seen at the age of 20 while was 16, being overtly affectionate and weird with her, despite knowing that she was a minor. He sent relatively inappropriate memes.
I feel like the skeleton wants to so bad, but his pickup lines are just awful. What food makes you grow? What?
And could be seen making unusual comments and trying to get close with her back in 2020.
Bro, what's the point of doing this? You don't even make any money. Like,
23. Now, I always believe in situations like these that it's important to hear what the victim has to say themselves, especially in this situation when considering Rox's history of gross and unsettling behavior with numerous minors in the past. So I decided to ask a few questions myself, and this is what she had to say about it all.
During like Roblox VR, like he would pet me, he would call me beautiful, he would like touch me, like it wouldn't be like, there was only one instance where it like was inappropriate, like at all, but it was just like very intimate touching, I would say. Like,
Were you really uncomfortable from that?
Yes, but I didn't know how to
in VR?
properly express it during that point in time. Like, I think the worst thing he did, and I talked to like Quell and people about this now, like, there was one instance when we were playing Roblox VR where, like, after, like, the person we were playing with left, I won't name who, like, he went up behind me and, like, made some comment about holding my hands, but it clearly looked like he was, like, grabbing my chest, and, yeah. I think the part that disturbed me the most was at that point in time, he knew what I looked like, and I think it was also just the fact that he was doing that in VR, like, he was physically making those movements in real life.
Yeah.
And it, like, every time I think about it, it makes me feel disgusted. I made him guess how old I was, but, like, he knew I was a minor.
Look, doing that in VR is one thing. But knowing that they're a minor and getting off out of knowing they're a minor in VR, bro, like, what? Dude, imagine him in his room just doing those actions by himself.
Like, he knew me when I was 15 because I'd met him in March of 2023, like before I turned 16.
Now, all these situations respectfully need to be treated with sufficient levels of seriousness. It's fine to poke fun at a bad response, such as Rox's inconsistencies and lies, but all in all, it's still a very serious situation with real victims and real possible legal ramifications for Rox to face in regards to their history of degeneracy. Whether it's Rox attempting to use a hurricane or their own cat's death to garner sympathy, or to pivot away from the situation.
Quite convenient timing.
It's clear Rox will do almost anything to try and get away from accountability, even if that involves manipulating a very close friend of theirs and acting as a liability towards them. You see, there's a common misconception out there that Quell, the legal owner of Dandy's World, was actually complicit in knowing everything that Rox did, and was actively trying to cover up for their actions. With the spread of misinformation regarding this has caused Quell to be slandered and attacked as a predator themselves, when this literally isn't the case whatsoever. I reached out to Quell myself to get their side of the story, and it turns out they were lied and manipulated very, very hard. Rox had deceived Quell into thinking that the NSFW artwork he created of Emma, aka Pink, was the only instance of an NSFW drawing that he ever made, and that, quote-unquote, it wasn't as bad as others are trying to make it seem. Rox had also apparently lied that it was consensual art made for a friend, and it contained fictional characters with no ages specified. In actuality, Quell did not know who Emma was, because in this image they were completely censored, and therefore she didn't know that Emma was a minor, and Rox had based the art off of said minor. Quell stated that ever since she came to terms with the actual context of this image, and had seen it for herself, she was disgusted, and immediately took action against Rox after the writer of the document and Roblox YouTuber Shinzu consulted her about it all. Now, there is no proof currently that Quell had any idea about the other instances of NSFW artwork that Rox had made, and I'm more prone to believing her stance on this entire situation. But something worthy of criticism in regards to Quell was her blind loyalty to Rox. For example, in a situation regarding Rox speaking sexually and inappropriately to Buddy, who was 13 years of age when he himself was 17, according to Quell, Rox manipulated her and belittled the situation to the best of his ability, by claiming that the screenshots are out of context and heavily cropped, while also deflecting accountability back to the 13-year-old by blaming him for being complicit in the conversations too. Quell stated that they had perceived Rox as a misguided teenager at the time who has matured from the situation, and I think Quell can be partially criticized for being too trusting of Rox's side of the story.
Dude, you don't switch overnight. People don't change instantly. It takes years. Doesn't even take months, it takes years. It takes a lot of time to change as a person, and you gotta prove the change. You can't just say you change.
To the point where Rox has managed to basically get away with their actions for numerous years, way longer than they should have. I believe that Quell should have looked through the document entirely, in which they stated they didn't at the time, and they should have acted quicker and should have been far less lenient on Rox. But it's good to see that she finally took action and made a respectable correction with all of this as of recently. And with that all being said, this situation ends with Rox having been fired from Dandy's world. Now, I hope this video serves as a good correction to some users claiming that Quell knowingly was complicit in this all, which has not been proven whatsoever currently. I hope all victims can find solace in this situation too, and I hope Rox leaves the platform and leaves the internet as well and gets help, because they've been proven to not be trusted in a community with minors present in it. I'd like to thank Duck Adam, Shinzu, X-Trio, and many other users such as Bryce and even for helping me with the information gathering of this video too, and I wish the best for everyone moving on forward from this. This is a very tough situation, and that's why I wanted to be as serious as possible with the making of this video. But anyway, make sure to leave a like.
I'll leave the original link to the video in the description, but wow. Dude, Rox, bloody hell, man. He needs to stick up his bum, bro. He needs to get out of the internet, man. That's just crazy. That's just insane, and I feel bad for those victims. If you guys want to watch the original video, Parlo, good old Parlo makes great videos, great amazing videos. But yeah, man, actually absolutely insane. Wow, just wow. Hit subscribe, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.